What's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new YouTube video. My name is Russell Orhi. I am a 2-time world champion and a 5-time national champion. Today, we're going to be going over my most recent meet. That's going to be the meet that I had out in Korea. Now, this meet happened weeks ago. I've been so busy, I haven't had the opportunity and the time to kind of discuss how the meet went and plans for the future. So we're going to go ahead and recap and watch this whole entire meet. And I'm going to give you guys kind of my thoughts as I was going through it. That's going to be on squat, bench, and deadlift. And then I'm going to give you guys kind of like a closing idea of like what I'm going to be doing going forward, because there's been a lot of questions about like, am I going to stay in the 82.5s? Am I going to move up to the 90 kg weight class? What's going to happen? So I wanted to make a video kind of discussing everything so you guys can hear it from the horse's mouth. So let's go ahead and talk about the meet itself and then dive into the lifts 1 through 9. So let's get to it. To start off, let's talk about how this meet even came to fruition. So normally I only do like 1 to 2 meets a year, and that's going to be the national level meet and then a meet following that if there's a meet to be followed by that. But this year, I was actually leaning towards doing a bodybuilding competition. And one day, someone hit me from the USAPL Korea and was like, hey, they're shooting a shot in the dark. They wanted to see if I was interested in coming out to South Korea and competing around the same time my bodybuilding show was supposed to be. Now, this is a huge opportunity. This isn't something that's like, that happens all the time. Like a whole different federation or a whole branch of the federation reaching out from a whole other part of the world is abnormal. So I'm thinking about it, I'm like, damn, this is an opportunity to kind of spread powerlifting to a different area of the world and just meet people, obviously in South Korea. So I really thought about it, talked to Joey about it, and I was like, okay, let's go ahead and cancel my bodybuilding show that was supposed to happen around the same time frame and do this meet. So going into this meet, I told myself, look, I want to hammer home the fact that I'm going to stay in the 82.5 weight class and I wanted to make a statement. This past nationals last year, I didn't have the opportunity to do that due to injury, and I was thinking that this was going to be a meet that I was going to be able to do something like that. But as I started prepping and thinking about being in South Korea, experiencing South Korea in its fullest, and then also from there going to Japan, I was like, I think the best bet is for me to actually just not cut weight. So not cutting weight puts me in the 90 kg class, and we're going to go ahead and compete. There's a lot of talk and conversation from other competitors that was happening at the time. And I'm like, this is a good opportunity to just kind of see where I'm at in the 90 kg weight class. And I told myself it would be really cool to have the best total in 2 weight classes. In the 82.5 kg, I have the best total. And then now as I'm competing as a 90 kg, I was looking at my numbers during prep and I'm like, I think there's an opportunity to become number 1 and put up the best total for the year in the 90 kg weight class. So that's the reasoning as to why I stepped onto this platform as a 90 kg to compete. All right, so now let's get to the meet itself. This meet was, I mean, obviously amazing. I totaled 885 kg. So I didn't cut weight. I PR'd by 100 pounds. Let's just dive into it. And I'll give you guys like a play-by-play as the thought process of what was going on between like each attempt and all that kind of stuff. What's really tough about South Korea, or at least when we were there, was that there wasn't like a lot of food options that were available to us. So like all the food that we had was super fatty and super just like salty. So it made you retain water. But the meet weighed in about like 2:30. It was a little bit different just because I had to do a sauna. So basically, yeah, whenever it comes to competing, it's a 2-hour weigh-in. So whatever time I have to weigh in, I don't eat. So I wasn't eating. I had to go do a sauna. So I was pretty depleted by the time that I got to the venue. Dope edit by the man himself. Going dummy, going crazy. Got the new Miami Vice singlet on. This is a good production, by the way. All right, so this is 700 pounds. 700 pounds. I'm hyped. I'm like, let's fucking rock. Let's do this. I felt strong. I'm up body weight. I'm thinking we about to blow this shit up. So, for Joey, I have to destroy my first attempt so he can put something bigger for my second attempt, right? So let's watch this squat. Okay, so it was high. They said I got 3 reds all across the board. I'm like, all right. So me and Joey having a conversation right here. I'm telling him, move that, like, stay on the same game plan. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, no, stay on the same game plan. And so Joey's like, Joey has to be a coach at this point. He has to be a good coach. Sometimes he has to protect me from myself. And he's looking at it, it's like, bro, it was let's get something on the board, something that I know you could hit, and let's try to like get deeper. What you don't want to do is put like something absurdly heavy, and then you get to your second attempt, you can't hit it, and then now you're fighting just the strength to get it up. So now you can make yourself bomb out easily. So Joey's like, let's go up, but put a number that you know you can hit. So let's continue on here. I was pissed. I mean, I wasn't pissed, but like, I was like, fuck, I already know what Joey's gonna do. Joey's gonna kind of pick a conservative number just because we need to get on the board. But I was kind of more mad at myself. I'm like, bro, just hit death. So second attempt coming up. Okay, second attempt, 722 pounds. Once again, this is a weight that I know I can smash. So at this point, I'm like, you gotta sink it. Just execute. Can't worry too much about being fast and trying to be too performative. Because sometimes when I compete, I'm more focused about what I'm gonna do after the lift. Because at this point, everything is muscle memory. I just wanna make sure I'm looking good for the camera, all that kind of stuff. So 722. Good depth, solid speed, decent. All right, cool. So Joey's feeling good. Waited a little bit for the white lights. Got him. I'm like, all right, cool. We're in the meet. We're good. So now, this is an all-time meet PR by far, not even close. This is 749 pounds. I'm telling the crowd to get up because I ain't fly across the world just for it to be chill. So 749. I honestly wasn't worried about this weight. I was more so thinking about what I'm gonna do after I hit it. So we unrack it. Technique is good. Strong walkout. Stoic. Yeah, easy money. Joey gets turned up. So I was like decently happy with this, but then also kind of not, because I'm thinking about what I could have done. I'm thinking that I came in here low-key thinking that I was gonna hit 771 on squat. Which is pretty absurd to say out loud, but I literally thought I was gonna do it. And we watched the video, 760 was probably there. 771 would have been like a really, really big grind push, but you know, I feel like had I did what I was supposed to do, it probably would have been there. Next up, we move to bench. Bench had been a annoyance. This prep was not confident in my bench. This was the only lift that I wasn't confident on. Just because I wasn't able to like put together a good single during prep at all. So I told myself like, hey man, whatever's there is there. I'm not tripping too much about it. We just gotta kind of go with the punches on this one. Even my last warm-up, I don't know if Duon has it on here, but I think it was like 374 and it moved funky and I was like, ah, fuck. I was like, we're gonna have like an interesting day on bench. Okay, so we have 402 pounds. Like I said, I wasn't too confident. And I think I was still kind of coming alive from recomping. So for those of you guys that don't know, I'm in the back like constantly pounding water, food, Gatorade to keep my body more alive because I was super dehydrated. So 402. Moved great. And I was like, oh shit. It moved like how my warm-up, it moved better than the warm-up I had before. So I think I was literally coming alive as I was going. And you can kind of see me, I'm a little bit happy. I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I'm thinking the goal is to get like at least maybe like 424, 429. So not too mad at that. So right now we have 418 pounds. I've hit this weight so many different times in training. I wasn't really excited about it. But I'm never really excited about bench anyways. So 418, run through it. That's a nice looking singlet, man. I'm so happy that's coming out. Okay. 418, start, press, easy. It moved pretty much like my warm-up. So at this point, I'm feeling the weight. I'm like, damn, was that 418? Like that shit was easy as hell. So at this point, I mean, we can only jump so much. You know, it would be hard to go from 418 to 441, which is probably what I had for the day. So Joey made a nice, good, solid jump, something that we know we're gonna get. So 430, moved well. Go ahead and watch this right here. But even watching the 430, like I definitely have 441. So good start command, come down, press, easy. I mean, it moves smooth. So definitely have 441. That's like an all-time. 430 is like a all-time PR by like 6 pounds, but 441 would have been like astronomically great. But no worries. Now we're moving on to deadlift. Deadlift, this whole prep had been absolutely crazy. I've been touching and doing weight that I never thought I'd be able to do. Not thought that I'd be able to do, but I was just like, damn, we're really touching this weight. So I had narrowly missed 784 pounds in training. So at this point, like when I'm deadlifting, there's nothing that I think that Joey could put on the bar that I'm not gonna pull. So I'm chilling. I'm big chilling. I'm like vibing. I'm like, man, I can't wait to get on the platform and see what we rock with. Also in the back room at this point, Joey was telling me what I would need to pull to get the best total in the 90s. And I was like, all right, the number's right in front of us. All we have to do is just execute and make sure that we're pulling and giving Joey the confidence to make good calls for my attempts. So first attempt, opening with 705 pounds. It's actually insane how 705 pounds has become like opening weight. And this is something that I think I'm gonna be able to translate as I go back to the 82.5s, but we'll talk about that later. So 705. Air. Now that I look back at it, I definitely rushed that. There's like some, my hips rose a little bit on that. I didn't really like that too much. Next attempt, we have 738 pounds. I'm really trying my best to focus because what I need to do is show Joey this is light. I cannot be slow, because if I'm slow, Joey's not gonna put the number that we need. That's like the biggest thing. My biggest thing is thinking like, yo, be fast so you can give Joey the confidence that he needs to put the number in. So 738. Yes, sir. That looked better than my 705. Like technique wise, damn near speed wise too, because the technique was better. So that was 738. Now I'm like, all right, we got the opportunity to get the number one, the best total in the 90 kg. So I'm playing to the crowd a little bit. All of this is pressure for me. Because like when you showboat like this and you grandstand and shit, like you have to perform. So that's why I kind of do that kind of stuff, because I'm like, all right, you done did all that. Now finish the show. What happens after this is absolutely insane, because I didn't think it would be this hard. All right, so yeet. All right, let me pause. Let me pause. We get to like my kneecap, right? And usually like getting off the floor isn't that hard. What is hard for me on deadlift is like that final lockout, because what happens is that I do fingertip grip, so or I do like a relatively like high fingertip grip. So what happens is that the bar is kind of like around here, and as I tend to struggle and try to muscle it up, what happens is that it grinds against my thighs and it causes the bar to roll. But Joey's been telling me and hammering in my head that I need to put the bar damn near here and like basically like knuckle it, so that when I get to that point, I could still muscle through, because my grip is strong. But what happens is that when it rubs against my thighs, it causes the bar to roll, opens up my hand, and you just cannot fight through a deadlift if you have the bar all the way up here. So let's go ahead and watch this. I mean, like once I got to my knees and I started vibrating, I was like, damn, this is usually when I fail, because it starts vibrating right there. So I said, just hold on to the weight, keep pulling, don't give up. And this is the result that we got. I've never grinded through a deadlift like that ever before in my life. Holy shit. And I was hyped, because I was like, there's no way I just did that. I was thinking in my head, I'm like, I really just did one of those crazy deadlift grinders. So I'm hyped as fuck. I'm pointing at the back, because the back says Russ Swole. Getting hyped as fuck. Joey's hyped because like we've just been getting a lot of shit over the last couple of months, and we just put together a performance that was absolutely ridiculous. The energy inside the room was crazy. Showing love to the refs, thanking them for just thanking them for a good meet. I do that every single meet. But yeah, it was absolutely insane. That pull, that total, everything was great, man. Just crazy the way it came together. Okay, so I know I said it a couple times, but that total at the 90 kg was the best total for the year of 2022. I understand it was like kind of like a local meet, but at the end of the day, like I was able to kind of prove myself to where I'm like, okay, if I wanted to move up to 90 kg, it would be a problem. So I know there's been a lot of questions from people asking like, am I gonna move up for this year's nationals? I'm gonna stay in the 82.5s. I don't know if I wasn't clear in my YouTube videos or anything that I've been doing recently, but I'm staying in the 82.5s. There's something that I want to prove this year at this year's nationals, and Jesus. And in order to do that, I need to stay in the 82.5. So what people maybe don't relate to is the fact that I have kind of put together a resume in the 83s and the 82.5s that's kind of tough to put together just because it's been over a course of time. I have 5 wins in a row, and what I really want to do is get to 6, because I think that once I push it to 6, it's going to be difficult for another person to come in and kind of do the same thing 6 years in a row. So that's my goal for this year. I also want to put together a total that's just like one of those totals where you're just like, what the fuck? Like, what did he just do? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I have the opportunity to do that this year if I just stay healthy. That's why I don't want to move up to the 90 kg. 90 kg, I can move up to that like whenever I want to, but I really, really want to put together the total that I think I'm capable of in the 82.5 kg weight class. So moving up is something that's going to be next year. I'm going to complete this year's mission and then start experimenting with moving up to the 90 kg, just because the strength is there. Like it's ridiculous how much I was progressing training at that weight. Like I was like every single week was like a PR. I'm like, bro, I could do basically whatever I want. So I'm not sure if, you know, hopefully that clears some stuff up, because I know a lot of people have been asking, are you gonna move up to 90? No, not yet. 82.5 for this year's Raw Nationals in 2023. Then in 2024, I'm gonna move up and do my thing, and then hopefully start winning some rings in that that weight class as well. But yeah, that was pretty much my breakdown of this meet. I mean, it was amazing. Shout out to Joey. Shout out to the USAPL Korea for kind of holding together like this amazing meet and bringing us out. It was absolutely dope. Just kind of experience a whole different area of the world and then do what I love to do, which is lifting some heavy ass shit. So that's basically it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like always, if y'all liked today's video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. You're better today. I'm out.